Hello world, Wide Up Productions, and I'm back again to give you the basics on writing. This time, we're going to be focusing on plot. Now, there are several basic needs. I'll go over them again for writing. You're going to need a good plot, good characters that the reader can interpret in order to fulfill this plot, and also to fight out with the conflict in the book. You're going to need a good setting, and you're also going to need a good title. Now, we're focusing on plot today. So, here's the deal. Plot is the basic flow of the story. You can sum up plot in a couple sentences of a book. Let me think. Of Mice and Men. It's a book written by John Steinbeck, I think. I know but it's Of Mice and Men. It's a book about George and Lenny. George, he's very smart, he's very quick. Lenny, who is mentally handicapped and slow and childlike. Together they form an unlikely bond in the Great Depression of family. Now, they've been driven out of the town of Weed because of something that Lenny has done. And they move to this new town where they have to find a job, where they hold on for the cause of their ranch. Just a simple 10 acres of land so that they can live on. That's what everyone wants, really. But what happens is, even George, at this new place, many new things await them that they have experienced before, but every time, George cannot always protect Lenny. And this time, Lenny's consequences will come back to them. That's plot. That's about that plot can be anywhere from about 2 sentences to about a paragraph long, depending on the length of your story, or the amount of detail put inside. Now, the plot and the lesson of the story that you're trying to get across go hand in hand. Now, what is the lesson of your story? Only you should know that. You know deep inside when you're writing this is what I want to tell the reader this is what I'm trying to get across. Now, readers interpret the story completely differently. Take Suzanne Collins' Catching Fire, for an example. Brilliant book in the Hunger Games trilogy, and it's the second one. Now, the problem with Catching Fire is this is the middle, and a lot of people have liked the Hunger Games and Catching Fire hand in hand. Now, what you gotta do, like Catching Fire, the story and the conflict, it's very specific. The conflict, if you remember, it's a very vast variety. It's all 4, I believe. But the plot is very describable in a couple sentences. And last but not least, you have the lesson. The lesson of your story. Now, it's been argued that the lesson of this story is for the government. Collins wrote it to say, never put your citizens under too much pressure. I believe the story of the Hunger Games trilogy is about the simple want of necessity. Now, what do I mean by that? I can mean so many things with that. I'm not going to get into detail. But basically, everyone interprets it a little bit differently. But that's what you want. You want somebody to get something different out of the story. Because you may write a story, and I may write a story. And we could read our stories, know what we mean, but we could have completely flip-flopped of, yes, this is what you're trying to get across. Remember, keep your story unique, and just keep it good. And this is Wide Up Productions saying goodbye.